My end of the weekend news clips was going to end with Kash Patel and talking more about the people that Donald Trump was putting in office, putting in spot for his cabinet. We're not talking about that. That got wiped away by Joe Biden pardoning his son, Hunter Biden. We're not talking about that here either. We've talked about that. There's videos up for that one. Go with that one. Comment on those right there. Comment in emails you want to as well. We're going to go back a few days to Justin Trudeau, who made a trip down to Mar-a-Lago because that's what's happening, and visit with Donald Trump about the whole tariffs things. Now, Donald Trump says he's going to levy a 25% tariff on Canada and on Mexico, also 10% extra on China because the fentanyl and it's the drugs and it's the bringing in the people and the invasion and things like that. Trump had a phone call with the new president of Mexico who said it was a nice call, but all the things Trump said, like, oh, she's going to close the border, yeah, that didn't quite happen. Trudeau went down himself and had a dinner with Donald Trump in Mar-a-Lago, because that's what he does these days. Trump has dinner with people, and talked about how tariffs work. Again, reminding him that a 25% tariff in a land where they have a deal between the three nations with right now zero tariffs, meanwhile goods go up, the price of goods go up essentially for people bring them into the States. Canada doesn't pay that stuff. The importer pays that stuff, and then they raise the prices of goods being sold. And ironically, that's used to make the domestic goods less cheaper and more amenable. However, domestic people just say, oh, prices are up, let's just raise our prices too. And it becomes a ridiculous escalation for no reason. When people are complaining that I want prices to come down, so they voted for Donald Trump to bring prices down, Donald Trump's using a tactic that's going to make prices go up, because it does. Why? It should make the foreign goods so much more expensive that people should buy more American goods, but Americans just raise the price on theirs because there's usually not the same foreign goods out there. It's zero-sum game, and it will. But the nice talk they had there, you see them pictured there. They're smiling, they're grinning, they're having a good time having dinner at Mar-a-Lago. Trump's probably happy not to be hanging out with Elon for a couple of minutes because Elon's always there. But it turned out to be, the same old, same old. We'll see what happens. Trump's probably going to levy the tariffs anyway until he sees some actual change. Now, both Mexico and Canada have talked about ways to tighten some border things up and work on those things as well to go forward. But we do know, as essentially proven over and over again in documentation, the people bringing in fentanyl are, sure, it's being manufactured in China, but people bringing it in tend to be Americans who are working for other cartels. It works that way. So the real fight against drugs is a fight against Americans. We could do that. Real fight against immigrants and migration is finding ways to find the places where they're coming from to be better places. We could do that. The real fight for Donald Trump is we have a interesting 4 years ahead of us.